Picture this. You're lying in bed at 2 a.m., wide awake, thinking about all the incredible things you want to achieve. A successful business, your dream body, maybe that book you've been meaning to write. But when morning comes, you hit snooze, scroll through your phone, and the cycle repeats. Here's the brutal truth nobody talks about. You're not lazy, you're scared. Your brain has convinced you that big dreams require superhuman effort, so it chooses the couch, the Netflix binge, and the endless scrolling instead. But what if I told you that's exactly backward? The world's most successful people aren't superhuman. They just figured out one simple trick that breaks the laziness cycle forever. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to steal their formula and finally become the person you keep promising yourself you'll be. Let's talk about why your brain sabotages you. When you think about running a marathon, writing a 300-page book, or building a business, your brain sees Mount Everest. It triggers your fight or flight response. And guess what? Your brain chooses flight every single time. This is called decision paralysis. Your brain literally shuts down when tasks feel overwhelming. That's why you can spend 3 hours choosing what to watch on Netflix, but can't spend 3 minutes starting your actual goals. It's not weakness, it's biology. But here's where it gets interesting. Elite performers have discovered something incredible. They don't fight their brain, they trick it. And you're about to learn their exact 3-step system that makes taking action feel almost effortless. Step 1. The microscopic start method. Forget motivation, forget willpower, those are traps. Instead, make your goal so embarrassingly small that your brain can't say no. Want to write a book? Your goal isn't writing a chapter, it's writing one sentence. Think about it. Can you write one sentence right now? Of course you can. That's the point. When the barrier is low, resistance disappears. James Clear, author of Atomic Habits, didn't write his bestseller by planning to write a book. He committed to writing 1 paragraph per day. Here's the magic. Once you write that one sentence, your brain shifts gears. It says, well, we're already here, might as well write another. Before you know it, you've written 500 words. The hardest part isn't the doing, it's the starting. Get fit? Don't commit to an hour at the gym. Commit to putting on your workout shoes. That's it. Just lace them up. Once they're on, your brain is already halfway there. The resistance melts away because the task became ridiculously achievable. Step 2. The environmental design hack. Your willpower is a muscle that gets tired. By evening, it's exhausted. That's why you make bad decisions at night. But you can design your environment to make good decisions automatic, even when you're tired. Place your running shoes by your bed. Put your guitar on a stand in the middle of your room. Keep a book on your pillow. These tiny changes remove friction. When the right choice is the easiest choice, you'll make it without thinking. Stanford researcher B.J. Fogg calls this behavior design. Make bad habits hard and good habits easy. Want to stop scrolling? Delete social media from your phone. Want to read more? Hide the TV remote. Your environment shapes your behavior more than your motivation ever will. Think about this. Every night, you probably brush your teeth without thinking about it. Why? Because the toothbrush is right there. The paste is next to it. It's automatic. We're going to make your dreams just as automatic. Step 3. The 2-minute ignition rule. This is the game changer. Commit to working on your goal for exactly 2 minutes. Not 10, not 30, 2. Set a timer. When it goes off, you can stop. No guilt, no judgment. Here's what happens. 90% of the time, you won't stop. Why? Because starting is the hardest part. Once you're in motion, staying in motion feels natural. It's Newton's first law applied to productivity. Objects in motion tend to stay in motion. Picture pushing a car. The first push is brutal. You're straining, sweating, barely moving it. But once it starts rolling, you can keep it going with just your fingertips. Your goals work exactly the same way. The 2-minute rule gets the car moving. But there's a secret weapon that multiplies all of this: the celebration protocol. Every time you complete your microscopic task, celebrate immediately. Fist pump, victory dance, text a friend. Your brain releases dopamine, which creates a craving loop for that behavior. This is how habits form. Your brain starts associating the task with pleasure instead of pain. Soon, you'll crave writing that sentence or doing those push-ups because your brain remembers this makes us feel good. You're literally rewiring your neural pathways. Now, let's address the elephant in the room: failure. You're going to mess up. You'll skip days, you'll fall off track. And here's what separates winners from everyone else. Winners expect this. They plan for it. They don't quit when it happens. Research shows that people who miss their habit once are just as successful as people who never miss, as long as they get back on track immediately. It's the second miss that kills momentum. So the rule is simple: never miss twice. Think of it like this. If you're driving to a destination and you make a wrong turn, you don't drive the car into the ditch and give up. You course correct. You get back en route. Your goals deserve the same grace and persistence. Here's the reality check. Every person you admire started exactly where you are: scared, overwhelmed, doubting themselves. The only difference is they started anyway. They took the microscopic step, they showed up on the hard days, and slowly everything changed. So here's your action plan. Right now, before you scroll away, choose one dream, just one. Break it into the smallest possible action, set up your environment to make it easy, commit to 2 minutes today, and celebrate when you finish. Remember, motivation follows action, not the other way around. You won't feel ready, you won't feel inspired, and that's perfectly